Thank you to Jamaica again for the opportunity. I will be short about this question, even though you need a lot of explanation. And I think I have the same point of view on one of part of the Mr. Miss Neftali comment. Um, it's because two words I learned from this question is the monochronic cultures and the polychronic cultures because they two different way people see things for different countries that punctuality can become like in the United States maybe and the research I made in Japan, Switzerland, this country may be seen like time as linear. But for the Latin American, maybe the Asian people, they see it differently. But however, that we know punctuality is a sign of respect. And like in America, they always say time is money. If time is money, they won't be no, it's unacceptable sometimes to be late. You have to be punctual. And when I used to live there, even at school, if the parents have to get the child at 6, if you came at 6:05 sometime, they make you pay late fee. They want you to be on time. And I know some places people work at, like in the Seminole Casino at Florida, they give you a number of lateness. After this number, they give you point every time you're late, and after they're gonna fire you for that. You have to be on time. I don't know if you hear me.
Really well, really well, really well. Just keep talking. We just pay attention listening. Uh-huh.
And another place in the US, it's Walmart. If you they know you are people who are always late, don't go there because after a number of lateness, they're gonna fire you for that because they really like people should be on time at work. And this person sometimes they get into an accident because they didn't take time to arrive on time. They have to washing out in the street. They get into accident and so on. It's because in the US they consider time as money, and this is why everywhere you go to work most of the time you have to clock in and clocking out. This is the way for them to measure the time, to know at the time you come in and what time you come out. That's mean in the US they consider time differently. I was reading a book, maybe listening to a book on YouTube. There's some culture if you call they have an event maybe or you have a meeting, if you came early they consider like disrespectful because you have to be on time. You say 10 o'clock, you have to be there at 10. If you go at 9:55, they consider like it's disrespectful. This is why the polychronic system and the monochronic system is different. Monochronic system is time as linear that you have to be on time. Point. That's okay. That's all. If you say 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 a.m., 9 a.m. Even though in our country sometimes people really like being late, but there is some where they should be going, they won't be late. I know that I 100%. If they want to go to the embassy of Canada, embassy of the US, they're gonna be there even before the door open. They somewhere when they go, they take that to hurt. And in the US also, when I used to live there, if you have an appointment, you come 15 minutes late. I don't know. If the other patient is there and they take another patient, you have to wait. And sometimes they have to reschedule you because they say you lost your place. You have to be on time. This is a way to teach people to be on time. But on the other hand, I didn't live in a country polychronic to know all they do that. But I was reading a comment from a lady from Bangladesh. She said she didn't understand because she's not from Bangladesh. She just go there to work. She just every time she's gonna do something or meeting at 6, they come at 7. If she gonna go out at 5, they could afford. She didn't understand, but by the time she live in there, she say this is all they are. They prefer people over the time because they are different. But it's depending on the way you are and the country you live at. You're gonna see time different. Like our country, gonna do a wedding at 6. Don't worry. Even the people who are gonna get married gonna be there at 7. Don't worry. This is the way we are. This is why sometimes the person who's gonna organize the event say, I say 6 or 6:30, and even though you be serious, you say that they are gonna show up late. Even the married people gonna show late because this is the way it is. Sometimes things happen, but there is somewhere when you want to be, you cannot be late because punctuality is the key. That's my answer about this question.
Yes, congratulations, and I really appreciate that, especially the deepness of your comment. It's not only English, people can really see that as well. Not only English, you should get things to say. Thank you, beautiful lady.
There are countries that the punctuality is more respected than another. For example, in my country, um, is not is not a big deal if I get somewhere 5 or 10 minutes late because things sometimes it's a kind of wolf, it's concentration, things like that. For example, I was watching something on the internet about Japan. A train arrives like 5 minutes later, and all of the personnel, oh, they were like asking for forgiveness, and I was like, oh my god, that's so weird because when I was in Haiti, oh, that's nothing. It's just 5 minutes. 5 minutes and 5 minutes. Not much things can happen. But no, it's not like that. The punctuality change in every culture. It depends on where are you from. For example, Asian people, they really respect when it comes from to punctuality. You should be punctual. But in some other country, well, it's not a big deal. For example, in my country. But I can say it depends on of how easy are things for people. For example, if in Haiti I have a meeting and I cannot be at time, I have excuses to say, "Oh, I'm late. I'm sorry. It was because I stuck in the transportation." But right here in the Dominican Republic, I, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give any excuse because I'm not going to lie. One, and if I want to be at time, and if I want to like avoid the transportation problem, I can just call an Uber, and I already know the timing. I already know how much what is the amount of time that I'm going to spend in the transportation. I mean, if I want to arrive at time, I already know the time that I have to leave my house. And when I got there, I'm not going to be able to give some excuse like, oh, it was the transportation. And me personally, I don't like to be late wherever I have to go. Even though it is some meeting from my house, I'm going to attend from my computer, I will be at least 5 minutes before the time. And sometimes if it requires a lot of concentration, I'm going to make sure to be 15 minutes before. And other things that I don't like to be late in some occasion, in some event, I like to be shamed, unfortunately, even though I'm talking like that, but I'm not that confident. Oh, I'm very easy to be ashamed. So I don't like to go in a place and walk in when a lot of people are looking at me. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. And also, as I'm a short person, I like to go out with heels. So yes, I know how to use them, but when I am good, when I like when I arrive somewhere and I'm late, it's very difficult for me because if a lot of people is looking at me, I'm going to forget about how to use them. And there's no way the idea of fighting. in the space full of people. So for that reason, I always try to make sure to be at time in everywhere that I have to go. And also, the punctuality is a show of respect to the people that is going to be part of the event, and also respect to the event. For example, most of the event that I used to attend are spiritual stuff. So when I arrive a time that show respect for that person that I'm going to attend the meeting for. So I just say that what I'm going to do is an important things. I respect that person, and that is God. I respect God. I show my respect and also respect for the event. I don't want to lose anything about what I'm going to learn in that event. So thank you so very much, Teacher Michael. That was my point. My
Amazing.
point.
Really sweet, really sweet. I love it. Thank you, and thank you very much.